Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Where's the energy? So I want to thank John. And John, as he mentioned, we did spend some time together today. John's a dear friend of long ago. And John is a pillar of strength in the Boston community. And most of you probably know John that way. He gives his time, resources. He's committed his firm to giving back to the community in many different ways. What you probably don't know about John is that he runs a global financial services firm that's highly successful. And I've always thought that in order to be a good corporate citizen, you have to have the will, but you also have to have the resources. So in John's spare time, he runs a highly successful organization, and it's that combination that makes my friend special. So thank you, John. It's a great honor for me to receive this award, and I receive it on behalf of the State Street employees who, for 30 years, have given their time and their resources to St. Francis House. You know, homelessness is a serious challenge for the city of Boston. It's a serious challenge for most major cities. And when we see it, we feel helpless. We want to look away, wish it away. We don't just see people sleeping in a cardboard box covered with a furniture blanket. We don't just see a woman pushing her few belongings in a cart. We don't just see a man sitting, rattling a cup, asking for spare change for something to eat. What we see is people with real pain. And we even see, for the grace of God, ourselves in those people. But what's most visible to us is the need. And that need that I just described and that you see every day if you're in the city of Boston walking the streets is the need that St. Francis House takes care of day in and day out. St. Francis House to me is a beacon of hope and dignity for the city of Boston and for the citizens of Boston. You know, State Street is, you might know the building, it's located in the financial district, and we're neighbors of St. Francis House. And I don't know how many hundreds of times I've walked back and forth past St. Francis House, and I notice it. There's always a little commotion on the sidewalk. But for me, I didn't really understand it till 2 weeks ago, knowing of this event. I decided I would call Karen and go over and spend some time to try to understand more deeply what St. Francis House is all about. And to me, that was the gift. You know, St. Francis House is an amazing institution that under one roof not only takes people in and makes sure they're fed, they're cared for, they're given job training, education, housing. And if you were to look at that structure from the outside, you would just be amazed at what happens inside. So Karen and your staff, I don't know how you do it, but it's a very special place. And I would encourage you to do what I did, because it will change your view of why you're here tonight if you haven't been through St. Francis House. You'll find, if you do the tour that I did, a couple things. You'll find a community of dedicated staff professionals. You'll find a community of care where counseling and medical and mental health services are provided to those in need. You'll find learning where job readiness and life skills are taught. And you'll find mutual support, a place where 1,500 people who have graduated from the Moving Ahead program that John referenced can come together as a support group. It's a phenomenal and amazing place. And we're blessed in the city of Boston to have Karen and St. Francis House and all they do to make our city strong. So I just want to, most of all, thank all of you. These events don't happen without people not only contributing financially, but I think it's important to come to the event, show the enthusiasm, show the importance, and I would strongly encourage you to take the tour that I took, because your minds will be changed about not only what St. Francis House does, but the plight of homeless today. So I'm honored to be here tonight. I'm pleased that I can be associated with St. Francis House, and I want to thank everybody for being part of this evening's celebration. Thank you.